Doomsday Clock issue 6 sees the tragic and warped origins of Marionette and Mime unfold as Marionette and Mime are taken by the Joker, who is also in possession of a beaten and bloody and paralyzed Batman, to an underground meeting. They happen upon a group of Mr. Freeze's thugs, who after Joker offers, join him and his crew. This however comes at a price, as Shaky the tattoo artist goes to work on them. Marionette remembers more about her past and how her father ran a marionette shop. Across from the shop, a new glass shop opens and she wants to go over and say hello to the boy sitting in the window. Using her puppets to wave at the boy, he comes over to the shop and without saying a word, Erica shows Marcos around. While Shaky gets to work on the new recruits, Mime and Marionette attack the Joker's crew, killing them as the Joker also begins to join in, much to the shock of his new crew and Shaky. While Erica is bullied by fellow school children for playing with dolls and Marcos comes to her aid, the two villains accompany Joker into his underground meeting, where every major villain is awaiting. Riddler leads the meeting, asking them all if it's safe to operate anymore, and the villains agree that it's not, and places like the Sanctuary have messed up things even further. Some say that they should, like heroes seemingly are, retreat, and they should all head to Kahndaq. Others think that that's a bad idea, but Dr. Sivana reminds them that Kahndaq is the answer to their problems. Talk turns to Typhoon's powers and how he got them, and the villain says that he isn't some government puppet like Edward is implying. It doesn't matter since Joker arrives and introduces Mime and Marionette. Marionette's past comes back as her father talks with her and Marcos about his love for puppets. Some police officers arrive and seeing Marcos tell him his mother had a bad fall, making the boy run off back to the glass shop. The officers turn their attention to Erica's father and he gives them a specific puppet, making them leave and say they'll come back the next day. In the present, the villains all want to find out who is under the Batman cowl this time, but while they argue, Typhoon is killed by the comedian who has arrived and begins opening fire and trying to kill Mime and Marionette. Giganta attacks him but doesn't stop him from shooting Mr. Freeze and blowing a hole in Riddler's leg. As he fights the villains, Joker throws a grenade into the mix, blowing up the entire room, allowing him, Mime and Marionette to escape. In the past, the cops come back to Erica's father's shop and beat him for not wanting to participate in their illicit dealings anymore. The cops find Erica and use her to get her father to tell her where their payoff is, saying it is in the Night Owl puppet. Later, Erica comes across Marcos and says that she needs to try and help her father, and she needs Marcos to say something if he can, but he remains silent. Returning to the shop, Erica finds that her father has hung himself, leaving her a note that tells her to take all his money and run. She doesn't, however, instead killing the cops who come around looking for more protection money. Marcos helps her murder the cops and both of them escape and become Mime and Marionette. Safely away from the battle, the older Mime wants to return to the fight and lure the comedian away, but Erica tells him that they are together in this and the only one she wants is him, and she can't lose him. Spending the night together, they soon are woken by the comedian who wants to know where Ozymandias is. Blake is shocked by the Joker, who zaps him with a joy buzzer from behind, taking his smiley face pin, while Erica wonders if the comedian might know where Dr. Manhattan is. Doomsday Clock issue 6 gave us a little backstory into two new characters, Mime and Marionette, while hanging it around a story of a meeting of DC's villains. I enjoyed finding out more about Erica and Marcos's rather warped childhoods and how they themselves are victims of villains of the crooked cop variety. The villain meeting was quite interesting, seeing as it kinda had all the villains in their quote-unquote classic designs. Notably Riddler, who was dressed similar to his 60s Batman show counterpart, which was actually quite cool but also quite confusing. As for the core story, I gotta say I haven't really gotten much movement in it. They haven't really moved it anywhere since the last 2 or 3 issues. I've actually found myself really enjoying the little pieces of info on the Superman theory we've been getting at the end of the issues. That seems like a really cool idea and what I think maybe should have been the main focus. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.